Sur ta chevelure profonde aux acres parfums. Sur ta chevelure profonde aux fins. Mer odorante et vagabonde aux flots bleus et reins. Comme mer odorante et vagabonde aux flots bleus et reins.
Still a little out of breath because our driveway is long. But I just wandered out to the mailbox because I have just received this package here, which contains my altered TBR deck of cards. I basically took the designs that Bookcases put up for download, where it's just like the digital copies of her TBRvatar. And I don't really follow anime, never really been a fan. I've tried several different shows, can't get into it. So I was kind of about the whole TBRvatar thing, simply because I don't really understand Avatar references and whatnot. So I spent tonight editing the files and basically switching the Avatar references for like the names of each card. Luna, get off the table. And basically swap them out with just book title examples of each like prompt in the deck. And that way I was able to keep the gorgeous design that G created for the decks, because I love that part, it's beautiful, but also have something more relatable to me personally. So yeah, now we go ahead and check it out. I got these printed through the like makingplayingcards.com, I believe it's called, and just uploaded the PDF files from there. And I think I used just the business card size and just went the very basic options from there to try and keep it as cheap as possible. So yeah, now I get to open them and see how they came out. A little bit of a rando angle, but it's because we're on the table, but this is decent lighting. So open the box and we've got it kind of like wrapped up with this sponge. The deck itself is a bit smaller than the box. Actually very small. These are probably a little bit smaller than even playing cards. Oops. But oh well. I had to sort of guess around because doing this alternate size I tried originally like cut off part of the design and was yelling at me already about how it was low resolution and it might not print great, so I was also nervous about that. Probably partially my fault for however I resaved the files after I edited them. Hi Leo. Probably may have wanted to hold on to the knife that I used to cut into the shipping box to get into this thing. Yeah, that's good. You're not sweating now. Lovely. There's nothing. They look awesome. Oh, I can't see. So there's the backs and the fronts. Is it going to be able to focus? Oh well. Please focus on the card. Ooh. Maybe it's just my screen itself. But anyway, so this one says like a novel idea, and that's to read a book under 300 pages, so that's one of my super short books. We have Anne of Green Gables for Read a Classic. And then just like Book Roast's game, I kept the little symbols on the bottom here that are different between each of the cards. So there's like bonus points if you can find a book that matches the prompt but also matches the genre that is symbolized in there. So I think this last card, no. One of these is supposed to be like a key card that like explains the symbols, but it's apparently hidden in here somewhere maybe. Or I forgot to select it. There it is. In the middle of the deck. I also made this one. So this shows sci-fi, mystery / thriller, fantasy, or contemporary. So, very excited. Look at all their cards. So, there's like 78 cards in here, I think. So yeah, I'm excited. And I did get just like the basic box just so I had something to keep them in, because I was like, I don't want these to be treated quite as casually as my like average playing cards, because those like literally are not fancy. So anyway, there they are. I'm excited. Anyway, I'm gonna go and enjoy the last of my little lunch break here before it's over, because it's probably almost halfway over as we speak. Anyway, later.
When love comes in, ooh la la la. Love comes in, ooh la la la.
Cédric, t'écrirais de temps en temps.
Toi tu m'enverras mon Cédric, t'écrirais de temps en temps. Toi tu m'enverras mon Cédric, t'écrirais de temps en temps. Toi tu m'enverras mon yeah.
So it is the end of the workday on Wednesday, and kitties, they're just guys. So yeah, I've been a slacker this week with vlogging and for sure reading, because this week I've probably managed to read about 10 pages in total in Ashwater on like yesterday, and yeah, the rest was all just binging through the last couple seasons of Vampire Diaries. And so I finished the show today, but then ended up watching through Step Up Revolution on Netflix after that. And, you know, slacking. But part of that is also because I finally am working on doing some cleaning and organizing this week. So yesterday in particular after work, I did one thing after work, and actually I technically started working on it the last hour of my work shift since we were running a smidge slow, which is actually going and reorganizing all my books on the shelves, because the piles of books sitting everywhere was getting to me, and yeah. So I reorganized it all, and it took like 8 hours. If not longer actually, because I started technically a little after 6. My work shift ended at 7, and I promptly went from working on it bit by bit in between cases for that last hour of work to just working on it with Vampire Diaries on as like kind of in the background for the rest of the night, and didn't finish until about 1:30 in the morning. Originally I was trying to go for keeping all of my books stacked vertically in shelves, because I've really enjoyed that, and not having to like unbury books if I want them in the middle of a horizontal stack like I used to at our old apartment. And then because I knew for certain that there was nowhere even close to having all the books fit if I did just keep it that way, I also tried to do where I put series with like the longer series, that would be more efficiently spaced in this manner, where it's like facing where the book cover is facing you, and then the sequels behind it. But I didn't have enough books that would pay off, like actually saving space, turning them this like outwards versus just next to each other with the spines out. So yeah, I got the majority of the books done in that fashion before I realized, yeah, no, it's just not gonna happen at all. And so yeah, I went back through, and unfortunately for me anyway, because I prefer having them all the old way, but they just won't fit anymore. I went back to having the majority of books in horizontal stacks on my shelves. And so yeah, that's what we did. I'm so ready to have like more shelf space, but it's just still lower on the list of priorities for stuff to take care of. So yeah. But anyway, it is done at least. The mess is cleared and I have more space to actually work with, so there's that. And then also the cats now have the space free to sit on the top of the bookshelf by the window to the backyard, and so they are enjoying having that viewpoint of the backyard again without having to like squeeze themselves on the edge in front of all the books. Luna particularly, because that's like her thing, and Ace has recently developed the habit as well. So yeah, Luna spent a good little while sitting up there today while I was working. Anyway, so yeah, yesterday's project was the books. Monday's project was supposed to be going through all of my clothes because it's a mess having stuff here, there, and everywhere, and my drawers. I haven't actually gone through and like folded things properly in a while, so it's been hard to find certain things that I've been looking for recently, so unfortunately, I got sidetracked and just was not in the mood to do things at the very last second on Monday, so doing it today. So I just gathered up all of the laundry from the bathroom that was just washed over the weekend, and I'm gonna work through emptying out all the drawers in the dresser and picking up anything that's just sort of loose, like this stuff that's just next to the bed for no good reason, and actually go through things, fold things, put it all in a home, whether it be in the closet or in the dresser where it belongs. So yeah, this week I can already tell it's not gonna be very productive reading wise, so not a reading vlog, I guess, at least not at this point. Also, I have decided I probably won't do my follow-up walk-in appointment thing at the doctor's yet to retry my blood draw test, because my arms are still bruised, and I'm just gonna assume that it's probably best for them to no longer be bruised before I go back, because that probably has an effect on how well they can do it again, and I'd rather just do it as few times as possible and not have them go for my hands, because that would be great. Anyway, I should go ahead and get a move on before I lose my motivation to clean and sort through all this stuff, because it's going to take a little while. So yeah, that is the update for today. And yeah, here goes the start of another 3-day weekend.
connexion.
Ah, c'est liquide. T'écrirais de temps en temps.
Toi tu m'enverras mon acédique. T'écrirai de temps en temps. Toi tu m'enverras mon...
La mer. La mer. La mer. On va danser le long des golfes. On va danser le long des golfes. Le long des golfes. On va danser le long des golfes. La mer. La mer. La mer. La mer.
De Paris n'importe où, bras dessus, en chantant des chansons, bras dessus. De Paris n'importe où, bras dessus, en chantant des chansons, bras dessus. Bon. De Paris n'importe où, bras dessus, en chantant des chansons, bras dessus. De Paris n'importe où, bras dessus, en chantant des chansons, bras dessus.
So, it's Sunday night now, and this week is just a real reading slump. The motivation is anywhere but here this week, which is annoying because I am running out of time to finish reading the arc that I'm supposed to review at the end of the month. I'm just hoping I can get a better start on things tomorrow, because today did not work. It was just streaming shows instead. It's pretty boring until like the vlog of the week. This week is not a whole lot going on. I read like 10 or 15 some odd pages back last Monday, and that's literally all I've read this week. And yeah, I've just been spending the week doing other things, getting caught up on shows for some of it. Like this weekend especially, like I did nothing. But I've been cleaning here and there throughout the actual week instead. So tonight I just finished taking care of the litter boxes and vacuuming the rug in the dining room, because the cats have just pulled up all these little like tufts of the rug, and it was a gigantic mess. And yeah, yesterday I swept the house, and it took me until literally like 9:30 at night to get the motivation together to do that. Yeah, but at least I finished binging through Vampire Diaries on Thursday I think. And also, pretty sure I've mentioned that I reorganized all of my books, so now they're all like horizontal for the most part. Now I have that awkward gap over there I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm trying to work through it. I put all my TBR on that top shelf, so like the left side of the shelf has my remainder of this month's TBR. So we've got Chamber of Secrets, Evelyn Hardcastle, and Everything I Thought I Knew. And then on the right end, I've got the books set aside for future TBRs. So for April, based on what I pulled for the review reread on Haul challenge for round 2. So yeah. Definitely don't like this organization of my bookshelves nearly as much as it was before, even though it's the same order as before. I just don't like it nearly as much. But this was the only way to make it all fit, because there was so many books extra when I tried to leave it the other way. But yeah. Pretty much probably just gonna kind of leave things here for this week, because like I said, there really wasn't a whole lot going on. I definitely had a easy, lazy week this week. But I'm hoping to be more productive this next week. Actually, there is one other thing that I did over the weekend, which is I finally opened Sims again for the first time in almost 2 years now, I think, because I think the last time I played it was like May-ish 2019, which was a while ago. But I was inspired by Book Roast to finally make my own attempt of trying to recreate the house in The Sims 4. And it took a long while, but I've got the very basics. So I've got like the main furniture set up, and there's definitely some some errors in terms of scaling in some of the rooms, because I think the house is like too far, or like too long front to back currently, but I have no motivation to try and fix it, because if I do try to fix it better, then other things won't fit accurately, like because the bathroom downstairs is so tiny and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna just let that part go as it is, and then just work more on trying to fill in like the little things. But I think for the most part, like this office and Ed's office are pretty much done overall. But I do need to tweak some things. Like I need to go back in and do like mirrors in the bathrooms, and like try and see about if I can find something in terms of like doing clothes in closets or something like that. I don't know. I just have the very basic Sims 4 game. I don't think I have any extensions unless there was like one thing. No, I do have like the holiday thing, but that's it. And that's because it was free on top of the $5 game. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get ahead and start editing the vlog and settle in for the night, because I also have dinner waiting for me. And I don't need it to get cold. Anyway, that's it for this. And I do believe the second round of the review we read on haul is set to come out this Friday. So yeah, check out for that, and see ya.
Pour le jour et un mari pour la nuit.